What sparked your interest in beauty and wellness?
Now, of course, it started very young to cut hair. So there I put up my hand, though I didn't know a thing. I grew up with these aromas, and the clients would say, "My cold has gone. What did you do?" Or they would say that, my skin is better. They trigger a response.
So, how does a layman find out the purity of essential oils?
It has to go in and go into the third layer of the
Right.
skin. Our oils are from all over India. Even our lavender comes from Jammu and Kashmir. Most of our essential oils in India are going abroad also.
Hello and welcome to the Michelle David Show. Today I'm truly honored to have the beauty and wellness diva, Dr. Blossom Kocher. Welcome to the show, ma'am.
It's a pleasure. It's
Thank
an
you.
absolute pleasure to be here.
Same here, ma'am.
It's wonderful.
Truly
I'm
honored.
looking forward to it.
So, ma'am, what sparked your interest in beauty and wellness, especially aromatherapy, when it wasn't the mainstream?
Now, of course, it started very young. I grew up on a coffee estate, and of course, I think the aromatherapy started there, where there was so much of flowers and greenery around.
Right.
But the beauty part and how I use it for beauty, it started in school. I studied in Nazareth Convent, Nilgiris. And of course, there the nun called us once to get, she wanted someone at the assembly.
Right.
She wanted somebody to cut the hair, of a person. And she said, "Who knows how to cut hair?" So there I put up my hand, though I didn't know a thing. And then we had to cut the hair. So what happened? I had another friend of mine, and we had gone with a big mug and those big cloth cutting scissors,
Right.
and one combed and the other cut, and we gave her quite a nice bob when we started. But it came like this. Afterwards,
wonderful.
we got our hands corrected, and it came correct. So after that, of course, we were known for, advising for beauty and hair and that type. But when I grew up and, of course, got married to my husband, and he was in the army, and he was posted to Staff College in Wellington. So there is really where I started the whole thing. And there, since of course there were flowers, and the Nilgiris is fantastic. You
It's
just
beautiful.
go in there, there's an aroma of, it is
Absolutely,
beautiful. It just
yes.
hits you, makes you feel good, and it's fantastic. So when I started over there, we had to make creams for, my clients. And I had to make the creams because the only creams that were available were Charmis and Pond's. So I didn't want to
Right.
use that. So we made used to make personalized creams, and then the perfume that I used to use, and it was pure essential oils because that again is available there.
Right.
And also and how I knew about these oils was because when I was growing up in the boarding, you'll find that they used to give, if you had a cold, they'll put eucalyptus
Yes,
under your pillow. There
absolutely.
was no medicine.
Right.
If I was like for exams, you were so worried and things, there used to be lemon verbena and lavender. So I grew up with these aromas and these things. So I would use those aromas into the creams. And when I used them, I found that they would, the clients would say that my cold has gone. What did you do? Or they would say that, my skin is better. I'm feeling better, and I can sleep better. Oh, so that started me off. And of course, like because of that, I did two doctorates. Okay, I'm a doctor in aromatherapy,
Oh, wow.
double
Right.
doctorate. So that again encouraged me, and I found aromatherapy was wonderful. It works beautiful with beauty. It works beautiful with any problems that we have, and it also works very well with your emotions. So it was a wonderful thing to use.
So, how can aromatherapy integrated in daily life, especially for young people who are facing stress and who are facing a lot of pressure?
Actually, aromatherapy is really the best for the young ones or anyone who are
Right.
facing stress and who are facing pressure and facing anxiety. Because, like I said, these essential oils, they really work on your mind, they work on your body, and then they work on your body,
Right.
and they make you feel really good. And that is one thing which is very important, and that is how I started it in beauty, because it is beauty is very holistic, so it's a body, mind, emotions and thing. Now
Right.
these work when you smell something, it goes up into the limbic system. First it's the olfactory bulb, and then this olfactory bulb, it goes in, and it's processed in the limbic system of your
Right.
brain. And the limbic system of your brain, definitely it work in the limbic system of your brain. It works on your motor organs. Also, you will find that it will. We've got the hypothalamus and the pituitary, these glands that are there.
Right.
Now, when it goes there, the gland, it'll a message from there, because of the smell, is sent so that it'll go to all the other glands. Now, these oils are absolutely natural because they come from rose and jasmine and deucal,
Right. Right.
and they are so natural that they trigger a response into an emotional response, or they'll trigger something into your mind, or even physical. So they trigger a response, and that response is definitely going to help you. For example, if you are very stressed, you can't sleep and you can't think, the wonderful thing is that we take lavender, and lavender is an oil. You just have to use it like this on your
Right.
hands and smell it. You will find that what happens, lavender will go in, and it goes to your adrenal glands and tells it to relax, because this hypothalamus will send the message to all the glandular system, and
Right.
the gland that needs it picks it up. So it'll go to the adrenal glands, and it tells you to calm down, and you will see that you will sleep very well. This is a wonderful thing to use. Now, on the mind, we've got an oil that, and we all know about the oil. It's basil. Now that's the Lakshmi,
Right.
this Lakshmi, the oil that really, really works on the mind. So when you smell basil, you're going to find that it kind of opens your mind. It takes away the cloud. It takes away the feeling that you're blocked, and it'll really open. Because one thing is, when we are studying, when we are driving, when we think, we find that, your mind gets tired, your
Yes.
mind gets a block. And so this is one oil that really helps a great deal. So it helps concentration. It'll help you to think better. So these oils work on your mind, and it works on your emotions. And then, of course, they work on your body also. So if you're feeling, say you're feeling a little depressed, not so great, the weather is like that. Say right
Right.
now in
Right.
summer, and thing, you will find jasmine is something that is fantastic. It grows
Okay.
everywhere. Why? It's because of the weather. So you pick it up, you crush it, and you smell. What happens? Straight away you get confidence, and it helps to remove, those that depressive blue kind of the feelings that are not feeling so great. So that is what, and if you and something that you can really try anytime, because we have a lot of jasmine here.
Yes.
Smell it, and you will find it straight away lifts your depression mood, makes you feel good, makes you feel full of confidence, and you can go forward. Even sandalwood, like I always tell everyone, they
Right.
all go to a temple when they're not feeling too good. The reason, oh, they want to pray, or they want to ask. As soon as you go in, you're going to find your stress is gone. You feel good. The reason is, of course, God is there, but it is also that we have sandalwood. Now, the smell of sandalwood straight away calms you, makes you feel calm, makes you feel
Absolutely.
good.
I felt the same. I mean, I've experienced it myself as well.
Yeah, it's really
Yes.
something that is wonderful. And all these oils that are there, they are absolutely natural. And about 50% of these oils, in fact, and over that, are used for medicinal purposes.
Right.
They extract what is needed, they extract the to chemical process, and then they use it.
So, are there any essential oils you recommend for beginners?
Yeah, as beginners, like we make normally a little beginner's kit. The oil that I would definitely recommend is what I love. It's lavender. Now, lavender is something that when it was this, when aromatherapy really came in, before it used to be used in the ancient times, you will find it was used. But then it went out
Right.
and it was talked as folklore. But when did it come back again? In the Second World War. That's when we had this man called Gatafossi, and he had this huge pot over there of lavender because he was doing some research on these oils and for the wounds. And he burnt himself with gunpowder. There was something he was working, and
Right.
so straight away he was so scared. It was so painful. He just dipped it into whatever was close by, and what was there was this big container of lavender. So he
Okay.
put it in there, and straight away it cooled. And when he took it out, there was none of those bubbles, and he found that it healed without a scar very,
Right.
very fast. So that is how lavender, now we recommend when you burn yourself, use lavender, carry it around. Also, lavender is excellent for pains, like you have spondylosis, you have any aches and
Right.
pains, just apply it and straight away it'll go. But you'll have to keep applying it for some time if it
Right.
is chronic. Otherwise, it really goes away. It'll go away straight away and stay away
So,
also.
it does take away the scars as well,
Yeah,
your word?
definitely scars. If there
Right.
are any scars, use it regularly and you will find there won't be any scar. And if there's a keloid scar, then you've got to go to a beautician, use
Right.
it and use an ultrasonic on top of it.
Right.
You will find that that will help. So lavender is one. The other that I recommend is orange because orange is something that peps you up, makes them feel good, makes them feel happy.
Right.
It's called a happiness oil. Then comes rose. When there's any, and you'll find rose is used a lot right now in weddings. And
Yes.
why do we use it in weddings? Because there is that little sadness that, of course, there's happiness and there's that sadness for the family. They're
True.
losing their daughter into the other family. So when you use this, rose, it takes away sadness. Also, rose is excellent for the skin, for sensitive skin, makes your skin glow. And then we come to lavender, which I've just said about sandalwood, which is to keep you de-stressed and make you feel good. And of course, eucalyptus is something I recommend because of colds, coughs, the weather's like this flu, and it really keeps away
I
all
have
the
used it a
illnesses.
lot. My
Yeah.
grandmother's
Yeah, that's a
remedy.
grandmother
Yes.
recipe. That is it. And it's really wonderful and works a great deal. So these are the little oils that we would like them to start off with because these are problems that they keep facing in life. And
Right.
peppermint. Peppermint is another, it's very sharp. It helps your headache. You just have to use a little.
I
You
see.
smell it, it's going to pep you. You can use it
Yes.
in your bath water. It's an excellent oil also for them.
So, what steps have you taken to ensure that your products and practices are environmentally sustainable?
Yeah. Now, one thing we are lucky because the oils by themselves come from the plant and they are environmental friendly,
Right.
absolutely come from the plant and they go back into the plant, so come from the earth and go back into the earth. So that is one very good thing, but we have to be careful when we are using or making anything with this plant. We can't use a mineral oil. It's not just
Right.
because, even, and petroleum, not just because of that, but also it doesn't go into your skin. I mean, the thing is so fine, the molecule, it has to go in and go into the third layer of the
Right.
skin and circulate all
So,
over.
it's
This can't,
absolutely chemical free.
free.
How
And the
wonderful.
next thing is you will find we have to use vegetable oils, vegetable waxes, vegetable emulsifiers, vegetable, also the preservatives,
Right.
and they all have to be vegetable completely. If you use anything chemical, they will curdle, they'll give another effect, and we have to really throw it out. The other
Right.
thing is the packaging of it also again has to be environmental friendly, and so it has to be recycled, or we have to use glass bottles glass jars. And the other thing is, we again in aromatherapy we use dark bottles, like we use brown, which are little brown. They don't look so attractive,
Right.
but they have to be there because they're preserving the oil and the
Right.
constituents of that oil. Yeah, that's what we use. So that it becomes really, it's the most environmental friendly product when it right from where it is to where it is recycled, where it is everything, where it is done, it's perfect. Yeah.
So it's chemical free, and we say no to plastic.
Yeah, yeah.
So
No,
wonderful.
no, they shouldn't be there. Yeah.
So, how does a layman find out the purity of essential oils?
Now, this is a wonderful question.
Yes.
And it is something that really has to be known. One is, of course, when we do it, we check it and we do it with all those machines. But a layman, they have to know. And one thing is, it gets into these little glass pretty bottles. That I always say, check it again, because it's like a no. You have to have a darker bottle, either blue or green, or that it has to be that. And another thing is, when there's all one price, they'll say 150, 150,
Right.
1000, that's it. No. Because each of these oils are natural and they come from different areas in India. In fact, our oils are from all over India. Even our lavender comes from Jammu and Kashmir.
Wow.
Yeah, that is, and so everything comes from here. But they are differently priced because it depends on how much they have to. Now, the most expensive oil is rose, that you would pay lakhs for it. Also, next
Right.
comes jasmine. Sandalwood is the next, and of course, now we can't even we have to get special permission for sandalwood. So it is very, very expensive. And you'll find some are very cheap oils that we get just like that, like pine and others.
Right.
So they will be of different prices. That's the other thing. You can't get them all in one price, because that is not good. That means it is not absolutely pure. Okay. The next thing is that when it falls, you take it and put it onto a dress of yours or some cloth, whichever you're carrying, and you will find, if you can put some water, rinse it out and dry it, it's going to dry without its stain.
Right.
But if it is not pure, you will find it will stain the cloth that you're wearing.
Oil stains.
Oil stains.
Oh.
Otherwise, there's no stain at all. On a
Right.
paper, you can put it on a blotter and then dry it. It's just going to dry up. There's going to
Right.
be no
Just the
stain.
fragrance.
Yeah, no stain. These are three of the simple things that we tell them that they can use.
Right. So, how do we use essential oils in our daily life at home?
That's wonderful. And I like that question because we can use it. Anyone can use it. They just have to know what are the oils that is good for them and what is it, how does it go with their emotions, their mind, their body. They can use it. Now it can be used in three ways, okay? It can be used physically, like for your dark
Right.
circles, for your hair, it's very good for anti-aging, excellent. And it's for acne, for any of those things. It's used in a spa because, of course, it relaxes you, also good for massage.
Right.
And the other one you can use it for is any stress related ailments. Okay, so you can use it. Like, just say you get any stress related ailments, anything that has to do like a headache,
Right.
like you have pain, you have ache, hormonal problems. It's excellent for that. And the third, it's very good for your emotions. If you're not feeling well, you're feeling depressed, not up to it, you're feeling very lethargic. It's used for that. So it's three ways where we use these oils. Now,
Right.
how can we use these oils? We can use them like in the bath water. And if you don't have your tub, you can just take a bucket, put about 10 to 15 drops of that and just pour it over you. That is going. And now one that is used to relax you is lavender. If you want to get pepped up, you can use rosemary. Rosemary is excellent. Just put a few drops and pep you up. Even you can use peppermint, but that you have to use just few drops. Like if I use 5 drops of rosemary, I'll just use 2 drops of
2
peppermint
drops.
to pep you up. The next is, if you're having a shower, you don't want to use a bucket. You just take a towel, damp it after your shower, put a few drops of that oil, and then just rub it all over you. You will find that is going to help. Or put the oil in a corner of your shower so that when the hot water comes, you'll find you will get the smell of it.
Right.
Also, you can use it like we use it in our product. Like if you want to have a bath, you want to say jasmine, you love jasmine and you want to feel good. You can get like we have it in our product, you can use it, and there you get that smell of jasmine,
Right.
of lavender, of neroli. So you get the feeling, you can use it in product. The other thing is you can just make it in a spray bottle, say 100 ml, put about 10 to 15 drops in that, and then you can spray it all over you, spray it all over your house so that it has that aroma.
Right.
Or you can get a bowl of this thing, put of water and put about 10 to 15 drops there and keep it in every room of your house. You can have a different aroma. Like when you're in your bedroom, you can have lang lang, or you want to sleep, you can have lavender. You want to have a party, again, lang lang, that is another. When we come to lang lang, one, this is a very good party oil.
Right.
Your lights, just before you switch it on, put it all over the lights and then switch it on. You'll have this wonderful aroma.
Oh, wonderful.
You can use it in candles. Now, you don't have to make the candle. You get the simple candle, let it light, then pour a few drops, blow it out, put a few drops of the oil in there, and then light it again so that that whole aroma will come through. So and of course, massage, that's how it's used in spas. It's excellent for massage, excellent for your skin. So if you want, you got to mix, just say you take a tablespoon, you want to give yourself a good face massage with the oil. Take a tablespoon of, say, almond oil, put a few drops, put a little bit of castor oil into it, mix it up. Then use, now if you've got a oily skin, you can use patchouli, okay, 2 drops. If you've got a dry skin, you'll use jasmine, okay, or sandalwood.
Right.
Now, if you've got wrinkles, we like to use frankincense. Put it in, massage it, leave it on for 10 minutes, wipe it off with a hot towel, and there you have a wonderful facial glowing skin after that.
Wow, I'm
Okay,
going to
so it
try
can
it.
be used on all these things. So this is how you can use it. It's really wonderful. Now, when the season you want to keep your immune system good, use it in a diffuser. Lemon is excellent. Put lemon into that, you will find it will keep your chest feeling good. It's an immunity oil and really keep you feeling good.
So, is the demand for essential oils more in India or abroad?
Now, they're more abroad because I think they're more known abroad. But in India, we get the natural stuff, most of the natural. So you'll find as we've grown up, we've been using all these natural things. We've been using the lemon, we've been using everything that is natural. So I think that is how it is. There's more demand there for the essential oils than here. And the other thing is, I'd love to tell you that most of our essential oils in India are going abroad also.
Right.
So they go to all these places, like all over the world. And also our technicians and the scientists who work with them, you will find in every top lab in perfumery, you will find our scientists from India who work with these essential oils. So it is something that really we have been sending them abroad and we have been doing it, but it's not known so much because it has been a little bit, not so, because I think it's because of all the natural things that we are using. That's why. But these essential oils, they work fantastically. And since they come from India, I think we all should really, really, really use them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's get set for the rapid fire round. Hope you're ready.
Yeah, very much.
So, what's one beauty ritual you practice daily?
Double cleansing, morning and night. Very important.
Your all time favorite essential oil?
My all-time favorite essential oil is lavender.
An essential oil you need to carry in your handbag?
I carry lavender in my handbag, but I must say, we have another one, is the Lang Lang, which is to pep me up.
Oil you recommend for daily use?
For daily use, I recommend an oil like rose jasmine. Jasmine, it depends on the season. So jasmine is something which can go all the time.
Oil you recommend for good sleep?
Lavender,
Oh wow.
nothing to beat it. You put
I'm
it
going to
at
be a
your
lavender
hands. Yeah,
fan.
it's excellent. Excellent.
Oil that lifts your mood?
Lifts my mood is Lang Lang is an oil that lifts my mood. Also orange blossom, neroli. So any of these oils.
A book that changed your perspective on wellness?
My own book, Aromatherapy, A Way of Life, and A
Absolutely.
Glow Getter's Guide to Skincare, which is an absolutely like from a grandmother's thing. It's all things from the kitchen. It's all kitchen
Right.
remedies. Yeah.
So it was such a pleasure, ma'am, to have you over. I had so much of fun talking to you.
It's been wonderful. And even I had a great time talking to you. I love talking about aromatherapy and I don't get tired. It's wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Today we had an amazing episode with Dr. Blossom Kochar regarding aromatherapy and essential oils. We'll keep coming up with such many episodes. Till then, take care, see ya, and keep watching The Michelle David Show.